2 split, tier 2 I should say, my bad, of Breakout Racing. I am your host, BRL Blue Flag, back in the booth from the chaos that was last night, as we are getting ready for qualifying here at the Bahrain GP. A really exciting first week. Sadly, I was unable to attend due to the 24 hours of Daytona. But yeah, it should be a great race, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. I definitely have some heavy hitters out here, I should say. That being BRL Skeppy, a former Split 1 driver. BRL Maverick, also a former Split 1 driver. And it does look like we do have our first hard car heading out onto the track. That is the Rebel of Not Y'all F1, but looks like a few others beat him out. Ritzy Raccoon being one of them. So is Tizonic in the Toro Rosso. Already a few different strategies. People are going for soft, medium, and the hard compound tires. So definitely a very diverse choice in tires. And I must say the under the lights Bahrain looks fantastic. It's one of my favorite circuits. Aesthetically pleasing. Aesthetically pleasing. Well, I'm not even gonna bother. Looks like Funky new person to this league. He's on the medium compound tires. McFaceTaste is out on the circuit. So is BRL Skeppy, SF1 Tom. I believe your current championship leader. And it looks like Sky's coming out as well. Exia in the McLaren. He's headed out for his outlap. Looks like the sector. Oh, and it's Ritzy. Ritzy has gone into the wall. Does he have any damage? It looks like he does. He's lost both end plates, so he's definitely going to go into the pits for a wing change. McFaceTaste in the Haas had a really good season last season. And oh, and Tizonic is off as well. Tizonic getting wing damage as well already. People seem to be struggling out here. You know, looks like who's gonna be setting the first lap? It looks like it's gonna be Not Y'all F1 setting the first. Well, going on his first. Nope, it's actually no. Yeah, Not Y'all F1 going out onto his flyer first, down into the hairpin. See what he can do. Gets a perfect, nice run through there, heading up to 2 and 3, headed up the hill towards 4. So we have a yellow in sector 3. Looks like it cleared up. Might have just been a driver land by somebody. Somebody by. See, we also have McFaceTaste on his flyer. And it looks like SF1 Tom on the softs. He's weaving on a flying lap. Well, he may be going for another lap actually. LDR Redeemer. Let's see who else we can find. Funky Cactus is on an out lap. But we'll focus on F1 as he's in the middle sector now on the back straight, which does run parallel to the main straightaway. Let's see if anybody else is on a flyer. Adam Max in the Williams. Great to see him back in racing. Except one Tom, he's not going for it. Skeppy's not going for it. Is Exia going for it? Exia is going for it on the hard compound, so definitely interesting because if you do wear in those hards a little bit, they do tend to get faster. But then you also risk the tire life on them. So Not Y'all F1's going to come across the line first. What his lap going to be? A 129.4. So really good lap from the Red Bull driver. Let's see who's going to cross next. I want to say it's going to be McFaceTaste, and it is. So what can McFaceTaste do on the faster compound of tires? Will he get on pole? No, he doesn't. 129.495. He will not be on provisional pole. Let's see if anybody else is out there. Looks like Maverick's on a flyer. LDR Redeemer came across the line for 130.0. Funky Cactus, SF1 Tom. BRL Maverick, let's see what he can do. BRL Exia comes in provisional third. So here comes Maverick down the back, so down to the last corner. Can he do anything? Let's see, coming across the line, what's it gonna be for Maverick? It is gonna be 5th fastest now, so now y'all have won a really good lap there for him. As he sets, as he's gonna be, I think he's going for another lap soon. He is definitely saving up that ERS. Yeah, it does look like he is gonna go for that next lap. So we might be even seeing a faster lap from that y'all. Yep, and he kicks into overtake mode. He's going to start his second flyer already. 12 minutes remaining in the session. Looks like McFace Chase behind him, calling it into the pit lane. Let's see if, I think Exia is saving up as well. He is. Let's see, LDR Redeemer, is he going to go for another one? Yes, as he kicks into overtake mode now. At the hot lap. But he actually is going to dive in the pits. He's kind of glitching in there a little bit. We have Funky Cactus. He's not on a hot lap. Looks like SF1776 is not. Is Tom finally on a hot lap? No, he's not. Ritzy is on a hot lap, however. As he's coming down towards the last corner. What is his lap time gonna be? Oh, and Whiffy Winner goes fastest with a 129.407. So, good lap from him. Ritzy's going to move into 9th place, 132.3 on those hard compound of tires. Oh, and Big Mr. Brown has just retired from the session. And Not Y'all has retired from the session, so it looks like there might have been an incident there. Which is devastating for those two. And considering what Not Y'all was, that's not what he wanted. Not at y'all. I'm horrible with puns if you couldn't tell. It looks like Whiffy went straight off. I guess he's letting people by, or I have no clue. Maverick, is he on a flyer? Yes, he is. So we're gonna go on board with BRL Maverick, one of the 3 owners of BRL, and one of the other 2 is actually his teammate BRL Skepius. Sky Hot Wheels on the soft compounded tires goes almost. Actually barely goes fastest, so that's a 128.9 compared to Exia's 129.1. Definitely a lot of time to gain there. So, looking down the provisional order so far, Sky Hot Wheels is on provisional pole on those soft compounded tires. BRL Exia in second in the McLaren. Whiffy Winner in third, not y'all, but he is retired from the session after a collision with Big Mr. Brown, I'm confirming. He sits in provisional 4th, McFace takes provisional 5th, Tazonic provisional 6th, Maverick 7th, Redeemer 8th, Ritzy 9th, Funky 10th, SF 1776 11th, SF1 Tom 12th, and the non-time setters are Ring Wraith Adam, who I think is on a hot lap, so we'll go check out what Adam is up to. He looks like he's coming around turn 4, kind towards turn 5 and 6, the fast right left, down towards the hairpin of turn 7, heading towards that really tricky double left-hander, as he seems to be doing pretty well right now in the Williams. Looks like Orange Crushes in the similar place where we picked up Adam. He's on his first flyer. Let's see what Adam can do. Let's see if anybody has improved. Looks like McFace is getting ready for a hot lap on the hard compounded tires. Oh, and BRL Skeppy is out of qualifying. That is not what he wanted. BRL Skeppy out of qualifying. Let's see, where did Adam end up? Adam ended up 14th, so good luck from him. Let's see if anything. Sky looks like he's heading back on another side of those soft compound tires. So he's going to get those tires warmed up as he gets ready for another hot lap. McFace Taste heading down the middle sector right now, heading into the third sector actually, for his first hot lap on those hard compound tires. So down he comes down the hill towards the last corner. Going to brake right at the 100 meter onto the throttle, get nice and wide on that exit, get onto the DRS. And what's it going to be for McFace Taste? Is he going to improve? No, he's not. He's going to be a 10th slower. So, what does that mean for him? Maybe it means to try and qualify on the mediums again, or if he doesn't have another set, maybe even try and go for an alternate strategy on the softs and make it a two-stopper. Or actually, I think regardless, this race is a two-stopper, if I remember correctly. So, let's on track lap. It looks like SF 130.8 on the hard compound. And it looks like everybody but Sky is heading towards the pits. As Sky is on a hot lap trying to improve from his previous. Oh, and he gets a little looser heading down into turn that's 7. Heading towards the fast double left, which is the trickiest corner, I think, in this whole track. Because you have to be so careful on the brakes to not lock it up, because you are braking while turning. It's similar to the right before the dipper at Mount Panorama. As he's coming up the hill now to go back down, LDR Redeemer goes on pole with a 128.4. That is a mega lap. Will it be enough to improve to pole? He runs extremely wide there. I don't know if his lap's going to count now. And yep, he invalidated his lap, running down to 0 ERS. He's going to pit. He has ruined those tires, most definitely. But LD 4 minutes left in the session. If Tazonic in the Toro Rosso is out on his outlap right now, medium compound tires, so he might be trying to ramp things up after setting a 129.6 on the hard compound. SF1776 moves up to 4th on that medium compounded tires, so good lap from him. Let's see. And it looks like everybody's starting to get ready to come out now. It looks like Exia is getting ready to come out. We have a Renault that's going to be Maverick. Then we have I want to say that's who is that? It was not Tazonic. It was his teammate Whiffy Winner ahead of Exia. So, oh, and it looks like Redeemer is going for another hot lap. Maybe he has it in him again to go even faster. We will see. And if you're just tuning in, thank you for coming today to the race. A wonderful host. Just me in the booth today. To our 14 viewers. Thank you all for coming out today. So let's see, what can LDR Redeemer do with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in the session. Can he go any faster? Then he is already. Let's see what his sector 2 times going to be in a little bit after he comes down this double left and then down the straight with DRS wide open. What is it going to be at the sector 3 split? Well, sector 2 split. Is he going to be up or down at all? What's it going to be? Such a long wait. He is going to be 2 seconds down. So, yeah, he definitely just backed off his lap there. With you winner. Uh, uh, just finished the lap. I don't think he improved there. Tazonic is on a lap. He's about to finish his flyer. Maverick is now on a lap on a fresh set of medium tires. It looks like most people are actually off those medium compounded tires now, except for Sky and Funky Cactus. Funky Cactus and Sky are the only ones that have chosen to set times on the soft compound tires, and Sky is just started his fire on those on those soft compounds. And when it looks like Orange Kush retired, maybe Orange Crush, not Crush, that would be bad. Has retired from the session. Maybe he got involved in an incident. I really don't know. As we have 50 seconds left in the session. Will anybody else be making it across? Oh, we got it. I thought it was somebody spun. It was Tazonic. Tazonic has spun. I think that's going to ruin his chance at getting another lap in, maybe improving. But Exia, let's see if he's improved. He is 6/10 up. He has a really good chance at improving to second here. So let's see what Exia can do. We're gonna stay on board with him through these final few corners. Let's see what Exia can get around the last corner. How wide is he gonna push? He's gonna push as wide as he can, not touch those curbs to upset the car. Get on the DRS. Low fuel, low. He's gonna go on pole. Exia is on pole with a 128.3. So can anybody else do any better? Can Sky improve? He's coming around the final few corners. He comes around the last corner. LDR Redeemer is going to stay in second with the winner. I don't think he's going to set a faster lap. But can Sky pick up pole? He does with a 128.0. So Sky on provisional pole. Can anybody else match him? It looks like you're good. I think maybe. I think Sky just got this pole unless maybe Ringwraith can somehow, some way, in that Williams find a lot on those hard compounds. SF1 Tom though, he is still. I don't really know what he's doing actually. Oh, he's still on his lap. Okay. So SF1 Tom coming towards the final split marker before the checkered line. What is it gonna be? Coming towards it. He's 1.8 up. I don't think he has a chance. I think he is too far back, but he might move up. I really don't know. This is kind of confusing because he's been toying with it all session. What's it gonna be? He's gonna be 6, so that's gonna be your order. Sky Hot Wheels pole position in the Haas, followed by Exia and the McLaren. LDR Redeemer with the winner. Maverick, Tom Tazonic, SF1776, Not Y'all, McFace Taste rounds out your top 10. Now for your bottom 8. You have Ritzy, Orange Crush, Adam, Funky, Ringwraith, Skeppy, and Big Mr. Brown, who did not set a time after an incident with Not Y'all F1. So that is going to wrap everything up. So amazing lap from Sky Hot Wheel on the soft compound tire. Took a gamble and got the pole. Now let's see what he can do with that pole position heading into the race. So there it is. Once again, just to remind you of your of your starting order. Sky Hot Wheels beating out BRL Exia by over 1/10 of a second. who was well clear, 2/10 clear of LDR Redeemer, who was also about a tenth to 2/10 clear of fourth place Whiffy winner, who was barely ahead of fifth place Maverick. Should be an exciting race as we're gonna head now into the race. Well, into the formation lap and the pre-race um, settings area. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back from that little break before the formation lap for the Bahrain GP. And Sky Hot Wheels is setting us up for the for the formation lap to get over. It's meant for everybody to get temperature into their tires. I personally did not see the 83 being on pole today. Kind of an oddball out there. Chose the faster compound of the three available and made it work. So he's definitely going to want to try and get away as fast as possible so that once his tires do start to fade, he doesn't get hunted down by BRL Exia as much as it would if he was still on the back of him. So definitely going to be an interesting race. Once again, we will go down your grid. So we have Sky Hot Wheels in first, BRL Exia with an amazing qualifying on the medium compound. In second place, LDR Redeemer Whiffy winner, BRL Maverick in the Renault, SF1 Tom in the Ferrari. Wow, okay. Tazonic, SF1776, not y'all. McFace Taste. I think not y'all might have left. I don't think not y'all's racing. He's not on the, or he got sent back to the grid. McFace Taste, you have Ritzy, Orange Crush, and the other Ferrari, Adam, Funky Cactus, Ring Wraith, Skeppy in 16th, and Big Mr. Brown in 17th place. That rounds out your grid as they are heading down towards the last corner as they're going to be getting ready to line up for the Bahrain Grand Prix. 29 laps of pure excitement here for Tier 2. I'm excited. I hope everybody here in the chat is excited. It's another beautiful, beautiful day to have BRL racing. Remember, two hours after the start of the stream, so at 10 p.m. Eastern today, round 2 of Tier 1 at Bahrain, or I think it was earlier actually. I can't remember, or it's at 10. I believe it's at 10. I want to say it's at 10. I really don't know anymore. Let me just double check, folks. Yeah, it's definitely. Oh, the race is okay. So Sky has already gone up to a really good start. LDR Redeemer fighting with Axia, and yes, I believe it is 10. As they're running two wide, two rows of two, LDR Redeemer is lagging all over the place. That could be bad news for Exia, as he's going to want to try and get away from LDRD, but he lets him go. But he's actually going to stay with him because he's just lagging really bad. I think, but it looks like Exia's gotten past him, but LDR Redeemer's not giving up. Sky Hot Wheels is kind of driving off into the sunset with those fast, soft tires. It looks like not y'all has disconnected. Ring Wraith is in the wall. Orange Crush loses out to McFace States, not really. Let's see, Adam already up to 9th. Oh, but he makes contact with McFace Stace. He was coming back on. McFace Stace didn't see him, and they make contact. I don't think Adam has damage from that. Yeah, he doesn't, but he's getting under pressure from Orange Crush now. Adam had a fantastic start. So did BRL Maverick, who's in 4th, hunting down Whiffy winner, as BRL XC is already hunting down the back of Sky Hot Wheels. Looks like Sky's just trying to damage control with those softs. As Whiffy, oh, and Maverick is it? There's been an incident with Maverick. He has wing damage. He's gonna have to make a pit stop. Oh, this is not good for Maverick, who was fighting for the win last week. Not good at all. LDR Redeemer, something happened to him. Maybe he got a little bit loose. He's going to drop down to 8th. SF1776 is up to 5th. SF1 Tom up to 4th. Let's see who's in the pits. Oh, McFace Stace loses out a bunch of positions. LDR Redeemer down to 7th. What happened to McFace Stace? Oh, wow. He's just all over the place. Okay. But yeah, so it looks like we have 2 in the pits. That's Orange Crush and BRL Maverick. So I think those 2 might have gone together. BRL Maverick's going to be in last place right now. Big Mr. Brown is close to the back of BRL Skeppy, as those guys are just watching the huge pack of cars battle it out. Maybe try and pick up some scraps from that. And it does look like Sky's pulling away again from XEF, so maybe those softs are starting to kick in a bit and those mediums just haven't really gone there. It's kind of hard to tell. It's still really early in the race. We're only on lap 2, heading into lap 3. Out of 29, but oh, and Sky's out! Sky made a mistake. He is out of this race. Let's see if we can see where his car was. Where was his car? I feel like he lost it on the curb. Oh, and there goes Ring Wraith in the same spot. Ring Wraith spins it. Oh my goodness. He's gonna lose that to Big Mr. Brown and Skeppy, and wow, what is going on? We've already had 1 DNF. Sky Hot Wheels started on pole, but that puts Exia in perfect position on in first. As we're gonna try and get Sky Hot Wheels into. Oh, we're gonna try and go trackside with Sky Hot Wheels to see just what went on. As it looks like Big Mr. Brown gets a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. It's not really what he wanted, but you know. And I am joined trackside by Sky. Sky, can you tell me what happened there in your incident?
Car, well, of course, on old soft tires, it's kind of hard to do anything when it gets loose. But going for the corner, and all of a sudden, it was going good, and I felt no grip in the rear end. It felt like the rear end's locked up. I don't know why, but it just felt like they locked up, and it just spun. I tried to save it, but nothing I could do.
Tough luck. You're definitely looking good there on the soft compounds. Definitely driving out a gap, but hopefully you can just collect yourself and regain control for China next week.
Yeah, I just came in. Basically, I had no practice coming to this race or nothing, so I just came in here. If I had practice and all that going into this race, I probably would have been more concerned to qualify the mediums, but I didn't do. I haven't touched F1 in about like 3 weeks, so I'm rusty on F1. So at least I was able to get pole to get, I guess, some sort of deal showing that I'm fast. Just hopefully we can come up next week in China and have a good race there.
Yeah, most definitely. Best of luck of you.
Alrighty.
Alright, and we're going to be looking at our battles now. It looks like Whiffy Winner is starting to close up to the back of Exie, as Orange Crush has started the, well, has gotten the fast lap, but was quickly trumped down by Maverick, and it looks like Ritzy and Big Mr. Brown, the two alphas in the pits, it looks like they might have gone together because they both have wing changes. Crazy things are happening in Tier 2, I'm telling you folks. Adam up to 8th, he's fighting 1776 for 7th. He's going to have DRS, but he's going to have a horrible run out of that corner. McFay stays up to 5th already, and he's looking strong, trying to chase down the Toros of Tazonic, where SF1 Tom is about 2 seconds back on Wiffy Winner, who's in the other Torosso, who is right behind BRL XER, our race leader currently. Whew. Alright, so lap 5, we'll start at lap 5, we'll go down your top 10, BRL XER first, Wiffy Winner in second, SF1 Tom in third, Tazonic in fourth, McFay stays in fifth, LDR Redeemer in sixth, SF1776 in seventh. It looks like we have an incident. Maybe Ringwraith, another spin for Ringwraith. He's not looking that good right now. Skeppy battling with Adam. I think he's gotten past Adam. Adam down at the 9th now. Skeppy up into 8th. Skeppy looking really good on those hard compound tires, as he's moving his way up slowly up on the field. Definitely looking good in that Renault. Definitely wants to bounce back after a horrible qualifying and a horrible last week. So, looking at anything, LDR Redeemer's at the back of McFay stays. Can he get a move onto the straightaway with DRS? Can he get a really good run here? It's kind of hard to tell with the lag. It looks like McFay stays actually gets a really good run out of that. I don't think LDR Redeemer's going to come even close. He's not at all. He's going to get close under braking, but that's about it. Let's see if we can find anything else. Wiffy Winner within 8/10 now of your race leader BRL Exia. This is going to start to spice up. Is Wiffy Winner is going to get DRS, but he runs super wide here. He's going to lose a bunch of time. That's not what he wanted when he gets DRS, especially because now he's going to lose that draft. And he's only going to gain time because of the downforce. Under braking, can he get close to BRL Exia? He does. He's going to try and chase him up the hill. This time I think he's going to have a better. It looks like something happened with LDR Redeemer. He got passed by McFay stays. Or two are scrapping it out. It looks like LDR Redeemer's right beside with side by side. Redeemer's gonna have the inside. Down the inside he goes. Can he get the move done? McFay stays comes back. Oh, and okay, that's interesting. McFay stays gonna concede the position down to 6. McFay stays goes as 1776 is just gonna watch from this point. Let's see if we can find anything else. Funky Cactus behind Adam, who is trying to catch, well, at least stay with Skeppy, who is closing in on the back of 1776. Now back to our lead battle with Wiffy Winner and Exia. I drove with these two last season, both really quality drivers, both with race winning potential, and both of them first and second right now, as hopefully Wiffy Winner can bounce back from that last lap final corner exit where he lost a bunch of time and maybe get a better exit this time. Is it gonna be? Let's see what it is. Oh, it's gonna be about 4/10 gap, so he's gonna have a, I think he's gonna have a pretty good slipstream. Nope, it doesn't really look like it, but still DRS. So lap 7, Atomax, it's a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. Never good to see penalties, but they do happen in racing. Definitely an exciting race so far here in Tier 2. BRL Exia is back on the back of 1776 as he's going to try and make a move within the next few laps as these mediums start to fade out and the hards really start to come into the prime more. So, heading towards lap 8, Maverick gets around Orange Crush finally in the soft tires. And it looks like these two are still going at it pretty much. Whiffy Winner struggling to really gain time on him. He's gonna try something here. I think it's kind of tricky for him. He's kind of been. Oh, he gets really close here. He gets a really good run. I don't think it's enough. Big Mr. Brown. Oh, and Adam's out of the session. Adam's out of the race, I should say. Tough luck for Adam, as Big Mr. Brown got a penalty. So, up into 10th, Maverick has moved into a points position now, which is good for the two Renaults since they are in second in the construction championship. Even though it's early, these two drivers do have a lot of talent, as they both were in Split 1 last year, which is now Tier 1, and these two were pretty good drivers. And well, I mean, it's not like they're not good drivers now. They still are really good drivers. But with that being said, Whiffy Winner and Exia still going at it. So, I think, yeah, this is the closest Whiffy Winner has ever been to Exia, so he's definitely going to get a good draft here, unless, yeah, Exia is just using ERS against him. But here he comes. Is he going to be able to dive? Just send it? No, he's not. So, unable to get the move done. He's going to be super close this time. He's going to have a really good slipstream on Exia. Maybe he can get a move done into turn 3. 4. At turn 4, he's going to go down the inside. Exia's going to take the outside, still defend that position. I think it's going to take a little more than that to get past Exia. Exia is a great driver, but so is Whiffy Winner. But so it'll take a little bit more of outclassing more than just a classic dive bomb to get by him. So coming down to the second DRS, well, the third DRS activation, I should say. Coming down the straight. Oh, looks like we have an incident. It's Big Mr. Brown. Looks like he's lost an end plate. As headed up the hill are the two leaders. Looks like Orange Crush is still on the back of Maverick. Oh, and wow, he's really close to the back of BRL Exia now. Looking good. Whiffy Winner is we're on lap 10 of 29 here. So, looks like we have a bunch of little battles going on here. Looks like we have a nice battle for 4th. With LDR Redeemer, McFace Days, 1776, and Skeppy. All battling it out, duking it out for 4th position. But some of these guys are on a different strategy, like Skeppy is on a hard compound tire compared to most of these guys are running on softs. So most of these guys' tires are starting to die out while Skeppy can still push for a few laps. Well, he can afford to push for a few laps. Is BRL Skeppy speaking of which, gets a 3-second time penalty. Whiffy Winner fakes, he dukes him out, diving into the pits. I guess he tried to duke him out. He's gonna run alongside. He's gonna take the lead into turn one. But oh, Exia hit the wall hard. Does he have wing damage? Is the real question. He does. He's lost an end plate. Wow, he hit the wall hard there. Let me see if I can see what happened. I think he might have just misjudged the brake. That's gonna open a window for Tom. And wow, yeah, he just completely smashed the styrofoam board and completely smashed into the wall, losing his end plate. He's definitely gonna have to make a pit stop now. Whiffy Winner is gonna get a big advantage if he stops this lap as well, because Exia does have that wing change. BRL Maverick and Orange Crusher is in the pits now. They come out head and toe, but it looks like Maverick's gonna get the jump done on him. Good job from Maverick there and his Renault pit crew. Whiffy Winner is going to come in this lap is the real question, because if he does, he's going to get a massive advantage, knowing that. Oh, and there goes F1 Tom. Is he out? No, but that's a match change and a half there for him. He's going to have to pit for a wing change this lap. Two people. LDR Redeemer's out of the race now. What is going on? McFace chases up into fourth now. 1776 is up into fifth. BRL Skeppy into sixth. Funky Cactus up into 7th now. So people are starting to drop like flies. Only 12 laps into this race, and it looks like Whiffy Winner decided to stay out. But BRL, Exia, and SF1 Tom decided they have to pit because of that wing damage. It looks like McFaceface also put it on the medium compound tires. He's gonna go. Where is he gonna go? It looks like soft compound tires for McFaceface. Am I mistake? Or those mediums? They definitely look like mediums. Okay, they're definitely medium compound tires. So McFaceface getting onto those medium compound tires. Let me just get onto the T-cam. Yep, medium tires for the Mick of Face and Taste. Oh, and it looks like Skeppy almost collects the back of 1776 there, as they're gonna start battling for what is effectively 5th or 4th, depending on how well McFace tastes. Undercuts or gets overcutted by them. But it looks like Whippy Winner is comfortably ahead now. He can probably have a cup of tea when he pits, considering that his two main rivals, Exia and Tom, both have wing changes that they had to do because of an incident with a wall between those two, which were two separate collisions. Wow, okay, so Big Mr. Brown is like he's really far back. Whiffy Winner dives into the pits now. 1776 is under pressure, heavy from. Oh, and he locks up big time there. Is he gonna pit this lap? It looks like he might. There he goes, but Skeppy is not gonna follow him. He's gonna use him as his draft. Skeppy's gonna take the effective lead, coming from 16th on the grid. The effective lead on the hard compounds. Maybe he can work the strategy out and push really hard now to beat. Well, to get a really good gap on Whiffy and maybe even challenge for a podium, maybe, considering that the two drivers, Exia and SF1 Tom, had those wing changes, they're going to be super far down on. They're going to be really far back on Whiffy Winner, who already made their stop on, who already made his stop on the the hard compound tires. SF1 Tom and I think BRL Exia also decided to go into the hard compound. So this is where tire compound choice is really going to come into effect. Looks like Skeppy's on 12 lap old hards, while Funky Cactus 12 lap old mediums, Tizonic 3 lap old softs, and those are about the oldest tires. Oh, we have 9 lap old and 7 lap old mediums. But that pretty much is it for that. And let's see, let's calculate. I think about, yeah, it's about like a 7, well not about a 4-second gap between Wolfie Winner and Beer Alexia. It's kind of a big important gap that needs to be closed if Exia wants a chance at winning this race over Whiffy Winner. Well, if he wants to choice, if he is gonna win this race, he needs to close that gap fast. And I know he could do it. He's a really talented driver, like I said. Shows yeah. Face taste is on the medium tires. 1776. Hards. Is anybody else heading into the pits soon? Ritzy's on 9-lap old mediums. He won't stop for a bit. Ringwraith the same. Big Mr. Brown 4-lap old hards. So, not a lot of battles going on right now. If you're in the chat, please make yourself known. Just say hi to me. I'm looking in the chat as well, so if you want to have a little conversation, we can. Yeah, it doesn't really look like we have any battles right now. But don't forget, tonight we have Tier 1 racing here at Bahrain. And Monday we have Tier 3 at, I think, 8 Eastern on Monday. That should be an exciting race here at Bahrain as well. Tier 3 never ceases to amaze, as the bottom tier usually has the most aggressive racing. As we're a little over almost halfway into this race. I don't know, I can't do math. Math is really difficult. Like, I think we are halfway into this race. I'm really tired. I'm also BRL Blue Flag. Don't know me, I drove Split 2 last year. I currently don't race any on Xbox anymore. I just commentate usually. Looks like Funky Cactus is, yeah, he's, so McFacetaste is actually on for a second place now with SF1 Tom. Well, third place, my bad. Because F1 Tom having that wing change. He's also near the back of Exhale. He's about 4 seconds back. Oh, there goes McFacetace. Gets a little loose. Caught it though. Great save by the South American driver. I think he's Chile. He's Chilean. He's from Chile. Nice diversity there in the field. Oh, and that's Big Mr. Brown spun around. He's just not. He's just been having a rough day. It has not been Big Mr. Brown's day. As BRL Skeppy still chugging away on those hard compound tires. He's doing really well with them, actually, surprisingly. As he is about 8 seconds ahead of Whiffy Winner. So, I mean, he has pulled out, I think, about 2 seconds. So, he could actually be looking at a pretty good result here today. If he could pull out a big enough margin, as it looks like something has happened, and Funky Cactus is down a position to Ritzy. Anything else on track? It looks like second and third right now is occupied by the two Torosos. I feel like that's a really strong team there between those two, Tizonic and Whiffy Winner. Tizonic, I know, came kind of late into Tier 2 last season. Ended up winning at Monza, I believe, and I don't think he won any other race. Whiffy Winner came super close to winning at Coda last year. I remember that race. That race was quite interesting for me personally. But enough about me. We're gonna go watch the battle between Ritzy and Funky Cactus. See who can come out on top here. Well, it looks like they're just using each other's. BRL Skeppy is now into the pits. What kind of tires does he put on? I want to say it's another. Oh, it's a set of mediums. So I think he's gonna go for that medium compound tire to the end. So SF1 Tom is gonna move up into 5th, right behind. And it looks like we will be having a second commentator momentarily. Let me just get him in here. And we'll just wait for him to get in here. But we'll keep focus on this battle. Well, what should be brewing up as a really interesting battle. We have 3 cars, 1776, BRL Skeppy, and SF1 Tom. Looks like Maverick is battling with Orange Crush again. These two have been going at it all night ever since their early stops. Battling for that last point. Let's see if we can find anything else. Skeppy all over the back of that Ferrari. So the 2 Renaults battling 2 Ferraris. Kind of a little bit interesting there. But let's see what SF1 Tom can defend, if he can defend off of the, well, who is going to be a lot faster BRL Skeppy, who's on those medium compound tires. And everybody, I'd like to introduce LDR Redeemer. LDR, you had you were going pretty good at a while, and then I guess you lost it. Can you tell me what happened there?
That fast speed right, caught the killer curb. I didn't even touch the curb. I just turned in way too quick, and the rear end just kicked out on me, and there was no saving it, and I was boxing that lap anyways, so I raced over for me, and just a mistake on my part, so not really gonna worry about it that much. There's more to come for next season, so for next race.
Exactly. So now we're gonna go focus on the race. It looks like Orange Crush and BRL Maverick are still going at it. These two been going at it all night ever since their early wing changes. Looks like Ritzy and Ringwraith are into their pits again.
Happy within 4/10 right now of Tom.
Yep. Skeppy's all over the back of him. He's been all over the back of him for a few laps now. He's trying to find a way around Tom, maybe try and pressure him into a mistake.
Yeah, you also gotta be
Oh,
careful
and
with
there
some of
goes a
these
big
corners
lockup for
because
Skeppy.
some of these corners can be dangerous too when you're braking and the other car ahead of you isn't knowing what they're gonna do. Is Crush and Maverick go? Crush goes wide. I don't know if there's contact or if he just ran wide himself.
BRL Skeppy's gonna have DRS here. What is he gonna be able to do? He's gonna have a really good slipstream. We're gonna go on board with BRL Skeppy. What's he gonna do? Coming down to the first corner, he's gonna run alongside. He's gonna dive down the inside. Is he gonna lock up and get a touch? No, they're not. They get really close to each other. SF1 Tom, they're gonna edge him out, but Skeppy's gonna have the better run going up the hill. Up the hill goes the Renault, trying to get past the Ferrari. He's gonna try what he did at turn 1. Is it gonna work this time? It's gonna be close. They almost make contact. SF1 Tom backs off, and it looks like Skeppy has made it up to 5th now.
Exia now is on the back of Tazonic, and Taz needs to pit one more time.
Yeah, Tazonic on 9 lap old softs. Those aren't gonna last very much longer, and Axia is just, it feels like torture for him getting held behind that, because Tazonic is on very old tires now compared to Exia, where his tires are going to start coming to their prime about now. Let's see if he can
Got
get
him
past him
right here on
here.
the straight, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like I would think that. Oh yeah, he's doing it. Because you would think that he'd try and hold up Exia as much as possible, considering his teammate is leading the race, and his teammate was battling with Exia until Exia unfortunately lost a wing.
It would be interesting, I will say that, if Exia was able to close 9 seconds within 9 laps worth of this race left. So that's something to keep an eye on. Tom is back within 5/10 of Skeppy now.
Well, you also have to remember that Whiffy Winner's on newer tires because he stayed out a lap later than Exia did. And McFace Chase is on those mediums. Those mediums, I think, are going to be complete trash at the end of the race. So
Well, he
Skeppy,
has to stop again because he went medium.
yeah, so he definitely, I
He
think he's
has
going
to
to go for
stop
the
one more
soft
time onto the
soon.
softs. Yep.
Yeah.
But my eye right now is going to be on Tazonic going back onto another set of softs. So we'll see what he can do within the last 10 laps of this race.
Most definitely, because he just proved that he can do 9 laps on those softs. But you also have to look at BRL Skeppy. Started P16, and he's in 4th right now, and he's gaining like crazy on McFace Taste.
He's getting the vote for driver of the day today, as of right now, for starting where he did, and then going up to P4. He's got a chance at a solid podium right now.
It would be a well-deserved podium for him, and I know, considering last season and the race he had in Australia especially, this would mean mega to him as we enter lap 21 with you winner still in the lead, 8.8 seconds ahead of Exia, who was battling with him earlier until an incident with Exia made him lose a wing where he had a wing change and had to pit. McFace Chase in 3rd, but he still has to make another pit stop. And then you have BRL Skeppy in 4th on new medium compound tires, but he's also getting chased down by SF1 Tom, who's on 9 lap old hards. But I think those hards are like they're gonna start to edge out their prime just a little bit right now. As SF1 Tom goes way wide on the little chicane there, he's gonna lose time to Skeppy because of that.
Yeah, usually I did a race a couple of days ago here at this very track, and the hards, they'll last good for 6, 7, 8 laps or so, and then by like lap 9, 10, 11, they'll start to. You can definitely start feeling the wear in the tires after those laps. So it's interesting to see that Tom's still sitting right there, that close to Skeppy, with his worn tires as it is right now. So
Most definitely, and it does look like Maverick, I mean not Maverick, Exia is starting to close a bit on Whiffy Winner, but I don't think he's gonna be able to close enough to be
he's
able
only
to challenge
taken
for
at
the
least a
win.
second out of him in the last 2 laps. So his McFossitas is now pitting. He's going to
Yep, McFace
softs.
Taste, that puts Gappy into the podium, which means will Tom be able to keep up with Skeppy now? Or do you think his
And
tires
Taz
are gonna
get
be too
past.
old to keep up?
Taz has got McFossitas right here.
Yeah, McFace Taste is gonna drop down. Where's he gonna drop down to?
He's
It's
gonna be
gonna be
P6.
close. No, it's gonna be P7.
7, sorry. I was looking at Tazonic, not instead of
And it looks like, wow, Maverick's
McFossitas.
up into 9th now.
Tom is coming back now at Skeppy.
Oh yeah, can Skeppy hold him off? He's way newer tires and faster tires as well, which can also be a curse when it comes towards the end of the race, because those hards will still be chugging along when Skeppy's tires start to fade. So up the hill they go towards the second sector split, I should say. It looks like SF1 Tom just got a penalty, so if you want to go ahead and check the penalties, Redeemer, I want to kind of see where we are at to see if penalties will be a factor to any of these close battles going on right now.
Alright, top 2 do not have penalties. Skeppy has 1 penalty, but if he gets another warning, he gets another one. Has 1 penalty, so they need to battle it till the end unless Skeppy gets a penalty.
Yeah, and then he's just gonna have to play it safe then to be able to keep to hold off Tom as Tom's trying to look at Skeppy, but it's not. It's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen out of it. The question is, everybody's rooting for him in the chat. Can Skeppy hold him off? I personally think he's got it. He's a really good driver, and he deserves this podium.
He's going to fight for it. I will say that if Skeppy does hold him off, he's the hard-fought win for third for Skeppy.
Yeah, and Tom gets really close under braking there. He kicks it. Skeppy kicks it into overtake mode as he's now trying. He's really gonna have to kick it into high gear, knowing that they're playing on the same ground. Well, they weren't at first. I didn't know that, but now they're playing on the same ground. But Skeppy also has to be careful to keep it on the asphalt so that we don't get a so that he doesn't get a another 3-second time penalty, which would completely ruin his chances of the P3.
I think Whiffy Winner's winning this race.
Yep, he's pulling away from Exia, it
He's
seems.
pulling away from Exia now. Unless Whiffy, I'm not gonna say it because I don't know how my luck is. As Tom now closing in on Skeppy into turn 1.
I don't think he's gonna look at a move here. He might look at a move up the hill. Oh, and they make a little contact there. It looks like Tom got a little backed up by Skeppy. That's going to open a bit of a gap to him. McFaceTay setting the fastest lap, and so he's going to try and go for the fastest lap point, I guess. But it looks like Skeppy kind of pulled away a bit.
Toss is going to catch Tazonic. So this is going to be a fight to the end, and one of them, I believe, have penalties.
McFaceTay, I think, does have a few penalties.
No, he only has one warning, and Taz has 3, but no penalties.
Oh, and Skeppy gets a little loose. Oh, but thankfully, he still has that little bit of a buffer to Tom. Oh, really, really close for Skeppy there. As we are coming down to 6 laps, well, no, 5 laps to go, my bad. 5 laps to go in this Grand Prix. Whiffy Winner still leading by 8.6 seconds from Exia, who is 7.9 seconds ahead of BRL Skeppy, who is barely ahead of the charging Ferrari of SF1 Tom. Can Tom get a move? He's going to try a move. He's going to dive down to the inside. Can he get the move done? Or is Skeppy's going to back off and try and get the move done up the hill? He's going to slot in behind him. So now the real question is, can he get the move up the hill? I'm really curious because Skeppy is... Oh!
Whoa!
Oh, there goes Skeppy really wide. Whoa!
Tazonic and McFacetas battling up the hill.
Yep, it looks like they're battling. They're side by side. Oh, McFaceTace gets the better run. It looks like McFaceTace is going to get the position. Now can Skeppy close in on Tom? He still has 5 laps to catch back up and pass him. So for Skeppy now, it's head down and do what you do best. As we're going to go back to the battle with Tazonic and McFaceTace. He's got to forget about
that incident and just put his head down and go, like he said.
Exactly. As we're going to look back at McFaceTace and Tazonic, Tazonic's going to have DRS now on this back straight. And he's all over the back of that Ferrari-powered Haas F1 car. Up the hill they go towards the final straight before the main straightaway. Heading towards the penultimate corner.
To hit that curb,
yeah, most definitely. Because that's caught out you, I think Adam, and Sky Hot Wheels as well. Charging down the hill, Tazonic goes, can he get past McFaceTace? McFaceTace on 2-lap newer tires than Tazonic. Looks like Skeppy, he's kind of taking it easy. He's saving up his ERS. Oh, no, he's not. He's pushing it. He is definitely pushing. He definitely wants that position. But so is SF1 Tom.
Taz is just trying to push McFacetas into a mistake right now.
So Tazonic and McFaceTace still going at it. Can Tazani get a run down the straightaway? There's only 4 laps left, coming on to 3. Tazani, he's not going to get a move down here. Skeppy closed down 6/10 already onto SF1 Tom. He might have a shot at this.
Like we said earlier, though, Skeppy's got to be careful. He's got to keep his tires on
He
the
does.
asphalt.
He most definitely does.
Hazonic now battling in the last corner with McFossey toss.
Yeah,
Get the better on
McFaceTace.
that corner,
He
and
doesn't get the. Oh,
Ooh, he got
Tazonic
loose.
is a little loose. Yeah. But he's still all over the back of McFaceTace. He's gonna have DRS. He's gonna kick into high, all over the marbles. And is he gonna get the move done around the inside? He might try the switchback here on McFaceTace. McFaceTace kind of blocks him off. It looks like we have a sector, yellow
Funky
sector
Cactus.
3.
Fun.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Funky
that was
Cactus.
Maverick
That moves
move
Maverick
by.
up into P8. And it looks like Skeppy's kind of lost a little bit of time again to SF1 Tom. It looks like Tom has a stronger first sector compared to Skeppy having a stronger third sector.
Exy is
As
now
we,
closed in on Whiffy a little bit, but not
yep, we're
a
at
whole
3
lot
laps to go.
to...
Heading into 2 laps to go soon when Whiffy Winner, our race leader, heads there.
I'm having transmission glitches with SF1 Tom right now.
SF1 Tom trying to hold off the charging Renault of BRL Skeppy. After I guess either Skeppy broke late or Tom broke early. It's kind of hard to decide. But Skeppy closing and closing. He's trying so hard to get up there. And there's only 3 laps left, and it's, well, 2 laps left, I should say, my bad. So it's now or never for him. He needs to close 2 seconds in 2 laps.
Hazonic closing McFossey toss into turn 1 again.
Yeah, can he make the move stick this time? Oh, he tries to outbrake McFaceTace. Looks like McFaceTace misses the apex, but he still makes it around the corner to Zonic. Can he get the move on McFaceTace going up the hill? Tazonic's gonna have DRS. McFaceTace is gonna have nothing but ERS. He's gonna try around the outside. Tazonic is he gonna get the move done? It looks like he's gonna get the move done. They almost make contact. McFaceTace pushes him wide almost out of the track. Kind of reminiscent of 2014 Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton there. BRL Skeppy is starting to really close in on SF1 Tom. He's almost under 2 seconds to him. But it looks like SF1 Tom is trying to save up a little bit of ERS so that he can actually pull away, as Tazonic is going to have DRS again. Can he make a move on this back straight? It doesn't look like it. McFaceTace is going to keep that 6th position, heading up into the hill. Start the last lap. Whiffy Winner just started his last lap of the race. Here comes Exia to start his last lap. Skeppy under 2 seconds from SF1 Tom. He needs the perfect lap, or something needs to happen to Tom for him to be able to get that podium. But I think it's too little too late, and that mistake earlier really cost him. Oh, and Big Mr. Brown gets a 3-second time penalty. But McFaceTace to Zonic. Zonic's gonna try and make another move, heading into the last lap of McFaceTace. McFaceTace all the way to the inside. Tazonic is gonna try around the outside for the 3rd time. Is 3 times a charm? No, it's not. McFaceTace still holds position. He gets the better run. He gets a little loot out of that corner, but Tazonic's gonna have DRS again. To McFaceTace, amazing defending. Gonna move to the inside again. Get Tazonic, get that outside. McFaceTace. I think Tazonic just did it. He did. Tazonic up into 6th place. A really good move from the Toro Rosso driver.
Lucy gets by Funky. Funky has wing damage, I just now realized.
Yes, and he's right behind Ritzy. They start the last lap. It's a battle for the last point of the race, as we are going to focus our attention to Whiffy Winner as he heads towards the final corner of the Bahrain GP circuit, as he's going to win round 2 of Tier 2 Breakout Racing League. It's going to be Whiffy Winner for P1. BRL Exy is going to come home P2. SF1 Tom with an amazing recovery drive after losing his wing gonna come home in P3. Exia
Battle
gonna come
watching
home
out
in
as Sonic in the face
Skeppy
the
in
cross
P4.
toss.
1776 is gonna come home in P5. To Zonic and McFaceface, it looks like that's gonna be the result there. So it looks like, yep, Zonic's gonna have 6th place. BRL Maverick and another person with amazing recovery drive. He was down in last at one point, all the way up to P8. Really good, strong showing from the Renos here today.
I still pick Skeppy for driver of the day. Up 12 positions from his starting position. That's
I would totally agree. BRL Skeppy, driver of the day, in my opinion, as we're going to wait for Orange Crush to cross the line in the other Ferrari. 9th place for him today. Richie is going to come home in 10th for the final point. Funky Cactus is going to come home in 11th. Ringwraith is going to be your last finisher today, as Big Mr. Brown's already crossed the line. Ringwraith coming home in 12th. Not the best of races, but you know, he can only bounce back and come back next week better and stronger than ever, as he is going to come home across the line in 12th place, and that is going to round out your Tier 2 Bahrain GP. And so now we're going to be moving on onto the podium. Whiffy winner of the Toro Rosso on the top. Him is the McLaren. Always good to see him and Whiffy winner on the podium. As I used to race with these guys and really fast guys. And then we have SF1 Tom, the championship leader, takes another podium, who is going to be extending his championship lead now over BRL Maverick, who did not have as a spectacular race as the championship leader SF1 Tom did. So that's going to round it out. And now we're going to be moving into your post-driver interviews. No, couldn't think there for a second. And now we just need to wait for everybody to get in here. Looks like we got 2 and we got 3, so we're going to go ahead and start with the post-driver interviews. We'll start off with our race winner, Mr. Whiffy winner, in the Toro Rosso, started 4th. Kind of out of nowhere, Exia was ahead of you, and you two were battling for a bit, and then you also had Sky, but he unfortunately wrecked out. Kind of caught me off guard that you were there, and then all of a sudden you took the win. Just talk me through that whole race for you.
The first stint was awesome. Like went from fourth to second. The first corner got a little jumbled, made it through, whatever, no big deal. And then after that, I was just chasing Exia, and I was like, in all honesty, I was settling for second because I was just kind of like, hey man, this is where I'm at. Like I wasn't really catching him at DRS. He was battling well, and then I got one run on him into turn 4. And once he saw me once, I was just kind of like, you know what, now I gotta go it. And I do want to apologize to him because I think it got a little, I don't know, like I don't know if I fucked him up or messed him up. Sorry, excuse my language, messed him up or whatever. Because like I come back onto the racing line into T1, and I knew I had enough room, but when I braked, I think I braked a little sooner than he may have expected right away, and because he dove around me real hard, so I knew that I kind of got him offline. So I just wasn't sure what happened, but apologies if needed there. But after that, it was just like a run at home race. Like once I pitted, there was a little bit of worry about maybe Skeppy coming through because you had mediums, but I could see him. He was battling Tom for a while, and then after that, it was just driving home. Wasn't really too much of a big thing today. It was nice to win, but I mean, it just wasn't a big thing.
Most definitely. And now we're going to move on to our second place driver, BRL Exia. Exia, you were doing pretty good. You had a pretty good, you're leading for a while. Just talk to me about an incident for with Whiffy winner in your point of view.
No, I mean it's 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 an incident. Like I saw him like he was like hauling down the back like the main straight, and he passed me, and I was like, okay, cool. I thought he was gonna cover the inside, but then when I saw him move over, I'm like, okay. But he did. I think our braking points just kind of mixed up, but you know what I mean. It was, you know what I mean. I'm happy it wasn't like I didn't know what everybody else's strategy was because a lot of people were starting on hards, a lot of people were doing mediums. I know a lot of people were like 2-stop, 1-stop, and I'm just happy that even though I stuck with the 1-stop, it just stuck through to the end for second place.
Most definitely, and congratulations on the recovery drive. SF1 Tom, I was kind of you did pretty good today. Exia lost his wing the same lap as you did. Just talk me through what happened in that incident and what was your thought process after you make that pit stop.
Well, the mediums were horrible. Like they died off just like the softs did. Just had a bit of extra life in them. Wasn't pushing. The back end went, nearly caught it. Didn't catch it. Went straight into the wall. Assuming my tyre was off. Didn't lose it, so I was pretty happy with that. Lost my entire wing, pitted, and I just assumed that'd be like P8 finish, but people started doing 2 stops. I was thinking, oh, okay, there's a good chance here, top 5, that's alright. And then I was just with Skeppy. I assumed he'd pull away, he just couldn't pull away. Had a good fight with him, and then eventually my tyres overdid his, even though I had mine longer, and just held the position and bring it home.
All right, congratulations to you as well. That is going to round out our Tier 2 round 2 here at Bahrain. Make sure you tune in next week, same time with me, BRL Blue Flag, and we'll be joined with BRL Aldifer again. Finally, him and I will cross paths when it comes to commentating. Make sure you also check out Tier 1, Tier 3, and Formula 2 all live stream here on the BRL Twitch channel. Other than that, I'd like to thank our affiliates, Vertic here, Rogue Energy, Into the AM, Gamer Grind Co. And make sure you also check out our Designed by Humans merch. If you ever need a link for that, I think it's in the Twitch, or if you can find one of us, we can link you to it if you want some amazing BRL merch. With that being said, I will catch you guys later.